Yellow. Before this fight had begun, Sean O'Malley had said, "I want to be the Michael Jordan of the division."
We all, as Vivian say, we go through our trials and tribulations. I broke my foot, I was out for 65 games, and when I came back, I wanted to play. You know, here in the doctors, they came up with this whole theory that you can only play 7 minutes a game, but I'm practicing 2 hours a day. I don't agree with that math. If you had a headache, and you know, at that time, it was about 10% chance that I can re-injure my foot. He says, if you have a headache and you got 10 tablets, and one of them is coated with cyanide, would you take? And I said, how bad is the headache? And then you had all your media naysayers. Oh, scoring champion, can't win an NBA title. You're not as good as Magic Johnson, you're not as good as Larry Bird. You know, I had to listen to all this. And that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day trying to get better as a basketball player.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
To say you want to be the Michael Jordan of the division is a statement very few can take lightly, but if you actually listen to Michael Jordan's story, it was one of failure, rejection, doubt, yet each time, despite being written off, despite eating the brunt of shortcomings himself, despite all those many times people have doubted him, all of it only fueled his competitive spirit. In his own words, it was just another log thrown onto the fire.
He threw another log on that fire for me.
In that sense, this is what Sean O'Malley is going to have to face now. He's reached his first major crossroads, hitting his first professional loss versus Marlon "Chito" Vera. Getting struck against the peroneal nerve, as speculated by the Weasle, his foot, it stopped working. He started rolling over his toes, stumbling. That beautiful forward with one well-placed low kick instantly changed the course of the bout. Thus, just like that, the flow of the fight, it completely changed. Where you could feel the momentum of the fight initially favoring O'Malley, like air out of a balloon, that confidence, it weaned away, and from there, Marlon "Chito" Vera's own aura spiked, picking up that scent. Ring generalship, this is one way to gauge that subjective feel of control, who appeared to be controlling the fight. That's how crazy this game is, isn't it? As the sail picks up wind in one direction, one error, just like that, can instantly have the sail blown the other way. Thus now, threatened with and presenting his own mortality to the world at large, like Michael Jordan, the Sugar Show will either crumble or get a lot more interesting wearing failure and doubt on its back. After all, what made Michael Jordan special was not that he had never failed. He did fail, and he was doubted. Instead, what made Michael Jordan special was that he waged war against the disbelief of others, that he transmuted to fuel what would have disheartened the average. That's why his story is legendary. Without it, people would have just said it was all genetics or some other surface level presumption. They never would have considered his own will. Even if he spoke of his will with nothing relative to compare it against, the average would disbelieve it, thus would not find the same level of inspiration from his story. That's what makes a person truly remarkable. Understanding this, from now on forth, people will not just assume Sean O'Malley is merely his attributes. He's not just his height or his blessed vision, his remarkable reaction time or fight IQ. He is a human with a lot to overcome. Either crumble, preluding this adversity, or will wear it on his back and rise higher, despite the weight, which in turn will have his story told further than it ever could have been. Doubt. It always speaks louder and more frequently. It'll be intriguing to see how the Sugar Show handles such, given that such feelings do not reach his own heart. If you think about it, this is what sports are about in essence. They allow the average individual to project their own inner warrior upon a synthetic battlefield. If you are a monster, untouchable, you're completely unrelatable at that point. But if one possesses a glint of vulnerability, just as when Superman was irrelevant until kryptonite became part of his story, that spark of mortality rising against adversity with will and courage, that is what makes one's story legendary. To that end, how do you believe Sean O'Malley's story will unfold? Do you believe this loss will crumble him? Or do you believe he will use it as fuel to further himself towards another level? I'd love to hear your perspective in the comments below. Your thoughts, insight, and feelings are always appreciated. Till that end, thank you, Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera, for this lesson. If you'd like to stay elevated, why not subscribe or hit the notifications? Thank you. If you enjoyed and would like to give back, why not smash that like button? It truly does help. Thank you again. You guys are always appreciated, and until next time, peace.